Hello everybody, welcome back to Feldy, Farming Simulator 11, map created by Farmer Yep. Well, we left off here where we had just finished harvesting this field of barley over here. We've got one other one to take care of over here. I'm going to get the combine going. Let me crank up our autopilot mod. And let me see, are we on barley? We are. It is left. And I believe that's all we need to do. I'm going to let it take one loop around the field and then might switch to back and forth. Yeah, maybe want to do one loop just to give myself a little bit of room. You'll see I reduced the field over here to dirt. Actually, I may have put that on film last time. I think I'll replant these, although I've kind of noticed, and we'll get to it in a moment, that I'm not sure it makes a bit of difference. But be that as it may, let's cycle through, and oh yes, we have this fella coming down here. We're gonna need to turn him around in a moment. We'll just kind of hang tight on him until he gets there. It's drawing towards evening, and at some point here I think we'll just fast forward time, get to another day. May as well. I don't know if there's any seasonal type consequences of doing that. Other than that, it probably makes the grass and everything grow. So, alright, I can't remember which one of these I put it into last time. So let me just see. Cattle feed has 21,000. But I've already created a bunch of pig feed. And they both need a little bit of feed stuff, so I probably do I have enough? Yeah, I think I should have yeah, I got more than enough to take care of the sugar beets. There is no point in putting any more into hog feed, so I will put the remainder over here into cattle feed. And I've just had this guy moving and grooving, getting all this, just hauling biofuel. And how much do I have? I maybe should save some. I don't know if I got 52,000 liters still. I mean, there's rock that I could deal with over, okay, there we go. Take that, back over so I can kind of keep an eye. Oops, I'm gonna have to cycle over to it. Rock crusher. See, there's several places where I can take biofuel. And I'm trying to see if I get into the rock crusher. I've already determined I don't want to spend too much on making fertilizer using mining materials, because I think it's more efficient with the kelp. So let me see here. Alright, I have a full load here. Let me come back to this. I can't remember where I was. I kind of think I had windrowed this field. There's another field over here off cam that I fully windrowed to. I'm kind of tinkering with trying to see what would be the most efficient for harvesting this stuff, because you need long straight rows. Anyway, let me go to, okay, I don't need him at the moment. Yeah, this is the other field. I don't know, it sure looks hokey the way I did it. So, and I did a course play on this one. Maybe I'll figure out a better way to do this. And I'm not really liking how it turned out, so I don't know. Maybe I just need to follow the contours of the field and let it turn, let it overflow the trailer, and just not worry about it. Alright, we got this sitting here for our fuel. Oh yes, I want to get him going on, let me see here, baling. I'll lower that, trying to see how many, 1,500. I can't recall Well, maybe it was. Is it 500? I'm trying to remember when I need to redo the bale strings. And I can't remember, maybe on the 500. So I've got almost 1,500 coming here. Ah ha 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 ha. Yep, I need to take care of that before I turn him loose. So glad I noticed that. Okay, let me see here. I gotta remember, kinda, how do I open this? Open door panel. Oh, let me reload the ropes. We'll close it up. That's kind of just a fun little thing to have for this particular mod. I'm enjoying it. Alright, now let me turn this on, lower it, and I think I need to just say drive course. Yeah, it's going to end up skipping some. It's going to follow the same course that I used when I cut the field. So let me make sure it stops when it gets to the end. Alright, let me return this fella. You know, I didn't set up where he's supposed to go. So from feed mill back to biofuel. And he's kind of just had a boring time of it, back and forth, hauling biofuel. Let me see where our combine is. Kind of up in that corner. I have a feeling it is stopped. Let me see if I can go intercept it and offload. It doesn't appear to be moving anyhow. This particular field does have some open areas kind of around the edges, so I might be able, like I say, after a single round, maybe I can switch him back and forth and take care of the rest of the field. Oh, there's kind of a ditch. How do... Let me see here. Alright, let's take you off of that. And I'll just back up over here. Get him unloaded. Might be able to, yeah, he probably can continue. He'll probably fill up again when he gets close to the other side of the field. Anyway, let me go back to my, let me see here, the forage harvester, which is herb 6. I just love it when it works. So I have a full load, and you'll notice kind of where I'm sitting, I had to go the whole way around to here in order to fill up the trailer load. And I seem to recall that this is kind of where, or about how much effort it took in order to fill the trailer before. Yeah, it's already just going to go right through the hedge. So I maybe need to revisit the script that is putting the windrow on the ground, because I thought I had it modified to put down more material, but you know, it could be that even with when this wasn't planted, or the ability to fertilize it rather, even when we didn't have that ability, it could be that it was already cranking out the maximum windrow. Let's see, I think I need some feed stuff in here. Pig feed mill. $20,000. I probably need one more load. And I mean, it's going to have a bunch of holdover, but at least to use up every other ingredient is probably what I need to do. So I don't know. I just was kind of disappointed. I had hoped that I could make a difference by, you know, forcing myself to fertilize the ground at least. And I still can do that. I mean, there's nothing stopping me. But I was just kind of hoping it would make a real difference. And as I think I've learned, it really hasn't. It's just same old, same old. Even wrestling with these silly grass around the edge. You know, when it hits grass, it doesn't let you, or it doesn't put down a windrow of the red clover. It puts down grass. So every time you go around the edge, and I think that's some of what I was running into, particularly in the other field, as I was attempting to make the windrows as straight as I could, and trying to take a bite at this up here. Yeah, so you still have the discomfort of turning the corner, whether you like it or not. So unless you have a wide field verge, you know, you kind of, or whatever you call it, an area around the field to turn around, you kind of have to do this on the corners, whether you like it or not. Crank it back up, but I do have to say, these are, for the most part, nice, long, straight windrows. So in that regard, I did accomplish the goal, I guess. Not that we didn't have it before. Whoop. Leaving some on the ground there. You know, where you don't have to turn very much, or where the turn is just really gentle. So that's kind of what we have here. So I don't know. When you try to fix problems, you end up many times causing other problems and issues that you didn't know you were going to have. Oh, I'm just looking at the combine moving on the map, and it's clear over in that corner again. That's really interesting. Aha, there it just went. Oh, it could be because it's turning the corner. I was going to say, it looked like it went offline. See, even a slight curve like this is just barely workable with this unit. As you can see, it isn't filling very fast. When I get to the far side of the field here, it's barely going to be half full, just a little bit over. But it is what it is. Alright, get it turned around. Then I got to go keep our little lizard going. Our little tractor hauling biofuel. There is so much to do on here. This would be a perfect multiplayer map. Alright, switch to tractor. He's down here. We'll stop him, reset. Biofuel to feed mills. And we'll fill him up once again. It almost seems like a bottomless pit of all the biofuel that we created here. But I still... Oop! Didn't quite turn me quick enough. I'm still wondering if I need to find or make a bigger mod to haul more biofuel, just to make it quicker. You know, maybe instead of a tractor like this, I could have a truck and a big old tank, you know, haul it. But in order to do that, like I said, I'd have to do a little bit of work. I really don't think it'd be too difficult. Just need to take care of business and do it. Now let me see here. Yeah, see, the combine came all the way over there. So, alright, let me turn around here. Nothing to see here. Running over a little bit of crop. I figured that'd be easier than going around the field. Hee hee. Now, I think it's got, actually it's not a bad spot to stop. Maybe I'll just switch it over to the combine. I'm going to turn this off. Now, what is the most efficient way? I wonder if I need to start with... That's probably what I need to do. Start on the... It's usually what I try to do when I am tilling a field, is start on the small edge. And I think what I'll do is make it go straight east and west cuts. We'll see if I can make this work. And the only reason he stayed in the field coming around this corner is because we're already done harvesting that other field. I am convinced. Otherwise, this thing has a tendency to wander. Oh, no. I thought I had already... When you hold down the 9 key, I got that other mod. It's supposed to remember the last track that you had. There we go. Alright. Back to this. We're going to haul this over to our cattle feed mixer and turn it into cattle food. Yeah, these fields over here are a little bit off the beaten trail, and it really doesn't take too long to give them a harvest when you're done. Maybe it just seems that way, you know, when 2 of them happen to be for harvesting feed stuff. Let me see here, how much... That's the pig feed mill. Let me get over to cattle feed. I always catch air coming over here. Dosh, biofuel, cattle, there we go. Yeah, I got a fair amount of barley going in there. Right now I'm a little light. Yep, Raba 180. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, that's the other course play telling me that I'm done baling. And as always, there's always a disappointing number of bales, you know, when you bale up grass. I don't know what it is. When you bale up straw, it seems to just kick them out like crazy. But when it comes to grass bales, it just doesn't seem to have the same volume for some reason. Probably, like I've said many times, something in the Lua code. If I went and figured out what that was, might give me some insight. I can probably haul another load before I need more fuel. I just know when I have a heavy load of grain, it really sucks the fuel. So I'm going to get this back over, and as you can see, we have lots of barley fields to harvest to the left of us in particular, and then also behind us. There's a couple fields of barley back over there, and there's more to come too on the other side, but some of it I think I'll sell cash to kind of keep my cash reserves up. I'm quickly getting depleted. I am out of debt, but I'm going to be headed there shortly, you know, just with the cost of fuel and handling the harvest. But I anticipate as soon as I am able to produce pigs, cattle, in whatever form that takes, and I really don't know what form that is yet because I haven't done this, I don't think I'll have money problems ever again. Alright, so got this taken care of. Let me go to the other tractor. Okay. Stop. Reset. Now the trouble with this course is it sure leaves a whole boatload of material. Okay, he's lowered. Leaves a boatload of material on the ground. So I got some cleanup to do here. Actually, you know what? I'll just do that off cam. Probably nobody wants to see that. Nobody probably wants to see any of it, frankly. Oh man, the lizard tractor's already there. this is where I can't keep up with everything that this is doing. So, dump the biofuel off, and probably by then my combine's gonna be full, so I'll need to go take care of it. Oops. Can't even back up straight. There's like a 3-ring circus in here. More to do than a single person can. Man, I just back up terrible. Alright, so let me check my combine. Oh, the combine is still moving. So let me head back out to my forager. And we'll continue with this fine operation. And once you get past the outer edge, it's a little bit easier to maneuver this thing around in here. Oh, and you can see the other fields of barley we still got to get through down here. Lots and lots of harvest to do. It's going to make a ton of bales. And the bales, by the way, those grass bales that I have over there and those straw bales are mainly going to be turned into bedding for, I think both the cattle and the hogs need or require bedding as part of their inputs. And I've studied many times in the map. I believe this is set up for the cattle, that you can have the cattle that'll, you can have milk. And I'm not sure how the milk is picked up, but I do believe this is built into the map. I'm just trying to remember how to get it to work. But then there's also what Farmer Yip put in there with the cattle and the hogs, where you're raising them for meat, beef and pork. So, right now, okay, so we just got done with the biofuel. Let me switch back over to here. You can hear the machine working in the background. I think you can do another row or another circuit before he needs fuel. The combine is still going. All right, back to this. So much to do. And this is just with a pretty limited set of equipment. I can't imagine, what it would be like to have even more equipment, like 2 combines or whatever. So, this time, you know what? I'm getting a better yield this round because the last round had so much hay material kind of on the outer edge. That's kind of nice. Maybe it does make a little bit of difference to fertilize it. What do I know? I can see we're almost full. There we go. Pipe down. We can even escape out the door here. Now, let me see here. I was going to put this, I think, in the pork. I got one more to do. Yeah, maybe a partial load is all I would need. I basically need to drop 8,000 pounds, right? Or 8,000 liters. Maybe I'll be quick enough on the trigger finger to do that. Let me see if I can do it. Because then that way I'll use up the sugar beets and then I'll... Man, the shadows are really interesting over there. Must be the way, it must be the time of day that we are in here and that kind of thing. Oh, for goodness sakes. It's because I'm on camera I can't back up. Alright, now, can I get it down to, I gotta get it to 12. 13, 12. There we go, close enough. that put in. Yep. Now we have almost as much feed stuff and sugar beet in there. So that should come out perfect. I will put the rest in here, and we'll get this. I gotta work on these triggers again. I think they were a little more finicky back in, there we go, arm symbol lever. Let me take a quick peek at our, oops. It appears our combine is still moving. You know, I'm not sure I buy that. I'm gonna head out there. Oh yeah. See, well, maybe it's that way too with the autopilot, but I thought the yellow dot would go off when, whenever it was just sitting there waiting to be offloaded. Maybe not. Back out to the field with this. You know, previously I was taking the trailer off of the forage harvester and using a tractor to haul it around, but I don't know, by the time I horse around with all that, I probably just as well. I mean, this is going 40-some miles per hour, and I don't think that's much slower, if any, you know, that the Raba tractors were doing. So, maybe this is good enough. And maybe what I should have been doing for the sake of this video for a long time ago is to not manufacture so much, feed material, but I gotta figure out how much I have. Oops. I went past it again. No, I still went past it. Did it again. Here. Oh, now I gotta pay attention to this here. Get turned around. Cattle feed storage, I have 54,500. Pig feed, 110,000. Of course, I don't need that much to go down there and start, you know, producing pork and beef. But I guess it's just kind of how I've worked it on this, you know, with the harvest season, you know, to see what I could produce. And yeah, it's interesting to see. I got about twice as much hog food as I do cattle feed, so I have a feeling though I'm gonna vastly outpace the hog food production with cattle feed. So alright, we're back down here to pick up. Change the unit biofuel to feed mills. All set up, and we'll load him back up. And if anybody has a better inkling on how to handle this with courseplay, let me know. I've made 2 specific courses to kind of handle this, and it's because you kind of have to back in here, you know, that I'm doing it this way. You know, maybe I could do it on a 1 circuit, kind of like I do the kelp. I don't know. What do I know? Alright, so that's how much. I still have some fleece I could take to market. I just now noticed I just slipped under water for my cash position. So I could sell another 4,500 of fleece maybe to earn some cash. But like I say, as soon as I get the cattle feed, pig feed going and to haul them to market, I have a feeling I'm never going to need money again. Let me see, can I tell? Yes, I can tell again. Pigs, 1,412. Cattle, 2,434. See, that is just, it's far and beyond the price of any other liter of liters or 1,000 liters of something to sell. So once we get it in there, that'd be an interesting calculation too. What is the break-even price for cattle and hogs, to where it's better to sell the commodity, meaning the actual wheat and barley, than it is to convert it to cattle and hogs. Generally speaking, I think it's better to convert it into the animals. I know there's lots of farmers that do that, where they use all of their production. There's the bell. They use all of their production and turn it into animals, and then sell the animals. But I'm sure there is a break-even point somewhere in there. Well, anyway, y'all heard the bell. I have myself a ton of work to do here, and probably just as well that I continue a lot of it off cam and keep it going. Oh man, see, I'm ready to get it in the trailer there. Need long straight rows. But anyway, thank you so much for coming along and seeing how Feldy is doing. I would be interested in hearing your adventures with Feldy if any of you have given it a try. And just thankful that you come and spend a little bit of time with me. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.